Chuck E. Cheese is going to jail. This story starts with Gerald. Jal is 41, living in Florida, with a rap sheet and past stints in jail. Around 2023, he decides to get a job he enjoys and gets hired at a local Chuck E. Cheese. He's the guy who wears the Chuck E. Cheese costume and greets kids, among other duties. For a while, Gerald stays out of trouble, doing the mascot thing and making birthday parties feel special. Then one day in 2025, everything changes. He's at work when Michelle comes in for her kid's birthday party she organized. The place is buzzing, tickets rattling, pizza slices hitting plates, kids tearing around. During the chaos, Michelle leaves her debit card somewhere and steps away. Maybe on the party table, maybe at the counter. Nobody knows. Allegedly, Jur sees it as an easy chance and takes it. Michelle's party leaves. Gerald finishes his shift, and the next part of this mess begins. Over the next 2 weeks, he allegedly uses the card at a smoke shop, a grocery store, a meat market, a Circle K, and a Whataburger. Michelle's money covering the tab. It's not one giant buy, just a slow drip of small purchases that add up. Michelle realizes the card is missing, checks her account, and sees $105 in charges she didn't make over the past few weeks. Annoyance turns into action. Michelle doesn't play around with unauthorized charges. She goes to the grocery store, requests to review their security source for the day of the purchases, and goes through it. She sees none other than Gerald, recognizable from his job at Chuck E. Cheese. That's it. She heads back to the restaurant to confront him and calls police to meet her there. He's checking stamps at the entrance, making sure the right kids leave with the right adults. The officers step outside for a minute. When they return, Gerald is no longer at the front. He's fully suited up in the mouse costume, out on the floor doing the cheerful Chucky routine. He ducked into the back to put on the suit so police wouldn't recognize him, figuring if he's Chucky, he's nobody. But police know what he's accused of and who's inside that suit. They face an absurd decision: arrest Chuck E. Cheese, Charles Entertainment Cheese, at work amid families and birthday songs and kids playing skee-ball. One says, it's going to be him in the mouse. Another, oh boy, someone groans, oh my God, we're going to detain the mouse. Yes, we are. Do it. Then a plan. Go around and approach. Do you want me to comfort kids? Somebody's going to have to. They move to arrest the mouse. An officer asks a staffer, ma'am, who's in the mouse suit? Was it the gentleman that was just up here? Someone tries to deflect. Chucky's a little bit busy. That doesn't work. Ma'am, Chucky. Come with me, Chucky. Come on. Come with Chucky. Then it escalates. Chucky, stop resisting. Stop resisting. You're being detained. Stop resisting. Let it go. Let it go. Do not cause a scene here, sir. Voices overlap. The mascot adds bulk to every movement, and it turns surreal. The big smiling mouse head says party, while the hands at the wrists say something else entirely. And so Chucky's been busted and is let out of the building. Parents get upset. One yells, you can let that man walk out the door. A cop snaps back. He's a crime. He's a criminal. What would you like to know? Another parent says, I would like y'all to walk him out the door instead of all these children. Like, could this be more humiliating? Someone else asks, would y'all put Mickey Mouse in handcuffs? An officer answers with gallows humor, I would. I would tase Mickey Mouse if I had the chance. That line doesn't soothe anybody. The room's energy is confusion, anger, and kids who don't fully understand what's going on, but know something's wrong about seeing a giant mascot walked out by police. It's hard to blame the parents. Imagine taking your kid to Chuck E. Cheese for a birthday. Classmates there, cake ready, presents stacked, and suddenly Chucky is being arrested. Half the kids think it's part of the show, and you're explaining that no, Chucky committed a misdemeanor. Police could have waited until the end of his shift or taken him into the back to change into regular clothes. Give the mouse some dignity. They chose the direct route, and the arrest becomes a scene. Customers take photos, people murmur, kids stare with big confused faces. What did Chucky do? One family stands out in the commotion. As he's let out, a little boy lifts his hand and waves, a small, earnest goodbye. His mom pulls his arm down. Put your arm down. Chucky's a criminal. The illusion shatters. Parents hold the birthday pieces together while the mouse shuffles toward the exit with officers on either side. So Jal is led outside, and the manager says, hey, we're going to need that suit back. The officer responds, "Well, we'll get it back to you next week." Another adds, "We'll have to get it back to you in a second." The suit is going with them, at least for a while, like it's evidence. The absurdity of impounding a Chuck E. Cheese suit short-circuits brains. Fabric and foam become exhibits in a strange little case. Outside, officers try to interrogate Gerald, but it's difficult with the big mouse head still on. The bulk muffles, the vision's bad, the whole thing clumsy. One officer asks, "Does this come off, man? Does this just come off the top? I don't want to hurt you." Gerald says, "I work here. I understand." The officer replies, "I understand you work here. What the is this about?" Everyone knows what it's about, but the formalities get spoken. Bystanders film. They take the head off while the cuffs are on, big mouse gloves paired with chain links. Kids walking by catch glimpses. The decapitated mouse head resting on a police SUV, a uniformed officer holding the furry hands, a grown man in a bodysuit looking small without the oversized character grin. It shouldn't be funny, but the slapstick is baked in. The wind nudges the tassels, and for a second, the mouse looks like it's nodding along with its own arrest. The officers keep their focus. Now Jamal isn't going down easy. He tells police he did nothing wrong and never uses anyone else's card. "Have you been using anyone else's credit card anywhere?" "No, sir." "Have you been shopping lately with a credit card?" "No, sir." "Only card I use is my own Cash App. That's it." Pressed, the story shifts. Sometimes he borrows his cousin's card. "One of my cousins may see me with their card to go to the store here and there. That's it." Officers don't buy it. "I need my notepad so I can write some information down because I'm going to need your cousin's information." "I don't know none of their information." "You don't know their information, but they send you to the store with their credit card." The holes are obvious. They search him and find Michelle's card and a receipt from one of the purchases in his back pocket. With that, they arrest him. The cuffs tighten, paperwork starts, a mugshot gets taken. A children's party place becomes a stage for a theft case, a mascot suit treated like evidence, parents arguing about a costumed arrest, and a suspect who tried to blend in by becoming the most obvious person in the room. The case against Gerald is still pending, and there weren't any updates beyond that. Maybe he figures himself out. If not, he's going to spend a few years in the mouse cage. What sticks is how avoidable it was. A job in 2023 he enjoyed, a chance to keep it steady. Instead, a debit card left unattended becomes temptation, and 2 weeks of small charges add up to one big mess. The reaction spirals. Michelle tracks down the culprit. Officers balance public disruption with a clean arrest. Kids stare as their favorite character is escorted out. A set piece in the theater of bad decisions. There's the strange symbolism of a mascot head on a police vehicle, a soft, smiling face of childhood perched on adult consequences. The line about putting Mickey Mouse in handcuffs lingers. A costume isn't a shield. A character doesn't turn a person invisible. If anything, it makes the person inside more visible, even if that's the last thing they wanted. The sight of a little kid waving goodbye to Chucky while being told to put his arm down hits like a cold splash of reality, the moment where fantasy ends and accountability begins. In the end, the voices fade, photos get filed into phones, the parking lot empties. A manager counts inventory and waits for a suit to be returned on a timeline that makes no sense for a place built on tokens and tickets. Michelle goes home with her card secured and a story she never expected to tell about a birthday party. Officers drive off, paperwork ahead, still shaking their heads at the phrase, "detain the mouse." And somewhere, a guy who used to bring joy to kids by putting on a giant mouse suit sits with the knowledge that it all fell apart over $105. If you enjoyed this story and want more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe.